Guys, I mean, Western Michigan gave you a heck of a game. Just what do you take out of this win where you were challenged, you built multiple double-digit leads, and they came back and cut it to 3, to 4, to 5, and just kept coming?
That we just got to pick it up on the defensive end. Today we didn't have a good defensive game, but thank God our offense was clicking.
For the offense, 105 points, just for all three of you, what was working out there today to just continue to score?
That's just been our game, and what we're known to do is run an offense. So it's kind of like muscle memory. We really just had to get stops. Our scoring can't really take us wherever we want to go every game.
We just took advantage of the game plan, honestly. And then once we got in transition and we started making threes, it's kind of hard for teams to stop us at that point.
We played through our team, played through each other, got open through each other, through our plays. It was good game playing. Our sets worked today, and we were on today.
As far as just 12 wins in a row, it's the longest win streak. I'm sure you guys are aware of that. Just what's been going right, what's been consistent during this stretch of time?
Just our preparation. Coach has a good game plan for us and make sure we're prepared for the game, and we can't get too big-headed. We have to stay grounded and know that people are going to come and try to take over our crib when we're away. They're going to try to beat us, so can't let our head down. We have to attack.
Kind of the same thing what he said, just being more level-headed, not really looking too forward on, us being 12-0 in 2025 and just how everybody is putting it on the media right now. We just got to stay with us and keep our team chemistry building together.
Yeah, just not paying attention to it, really. Playing every game. Girls told us the other day, we got this far by going 1-0 every day, every game. We're going to continue to do that for the rest of the season, just try to go 1-0.
Guys, 105 points today. This is the third time this season you guys have gone over triple digits. Just what does it mean for you guys offensively to be outscoring people?
Us getting 100 points mean that we got more than 5 guys contributing. So that's for a team. That's a lot of confidence building for everybody, and just showing that our coach's game plan is working and us playing together is building big things for us.
It really says a lot about our depth and our togetherness, just staying together through whatever happens during the game, and that's a big key part of our offense.
Yeah, Amani, you were 7 for 7 from the field today. You had 15 points. Just talk about how you got that and maybe not the most amount of minutes that you would have had.
I'll shout out to my guards. They found me on the pick and roll. They made great looks, and I saw the tag was late, so I had easy finishes, to be honest.
Shout out the guards.
Shout out to the guards.
As far as the three-point shooting, 14 to 27. Bowen had a big game tonight. Just, obviously teams know you're going to shoot threes. You guys are going to let it fly. How do you continue to make the threes at such a high percentage?
That's just the work we put in. Everybody comes in the gym, shoot a lot. Coach instills confidence in everybody to shoot threes. Except for a couple guys on our team, but they still find ways to get the three-point shooters the ball. And that's really it.
Yeah, just putting in extra work, staying in the gym, staying hungry. Shout out to our guys for doing that. Not every team has players that want to get extra work in, but everyone on our team really wants to get extra work in. So
yeah, shout out to managers for helping us rebound and putting in extra work with us and being the reason we are such a good shooting team, because they were there with the extra work and helping us get extra shots up all the time. So.
Nate, you were in double figures again today. Just talk about how this season has really been, so far, your best season yet since coming to Akron.
That's just playing the team way, honestly. I'm just playing through our little schemes and our game plan, and it just happens to be that I'm scoring a lot. So.
Do you feel like you're more of a leader on this team?
Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the leaders on this team.
For all three student athletes, from Amani to Nate to Davari, what makes this team so much fun to play on?
Our unselfishness. We have so many guys that can score it and go off either night. So just our ability to pass the ball without being mad at who takes the shot, just finding the open man is really what gels our team together and makes us hard to defend.
That's what he said. just being able to move the ball. Not a lot of teams can do that, and we could trust each and every guy to make the right play, and we have a lot of guys that can score, so that just makes it easier when we're passing the ball and cutting, and it just opens up everything for us.
Yeah. Liking to play with each other. And the chemistry that we built has been a great factor in not caring who shoots, and it's easy to play with people that you genuinely like off the court.
We good?
Yeah, I got one more. I know you guys have one more game prior to next Tuesday's game against Northern Illinois, but it's Enrique Freeman night with the jerseys. Try to get guys to come out. Just a message to fans to support him, or just a comment on Enrique and why people should come. Not just to watch you guys, but
it's the Enrique Freeman. it's Enrique Freeman. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, come represent an Akron legend, man.
I'm getting me a jersey for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
I gotta get me a jersey signed.
I might wear it in the game.
It'll be a big night for Enrique, but it'll be another chance for us to defend home court. So why not come out and see us play, and also see Enrique again. Not many people has gotten to see him. Who wouldn't want to see Enrique Freeman?
okay, Coach. Opening statement.
Obviously, great to win. I told the guys that, as of yesterday, I thought we were going to be playing about a 7 or 8 man rotation tonight because we had some guys that were sick and under the weather. Sharon coming back from the knee in the South Alabama game. Shamal with the ankle. They told me there's no way Scott's playing tonight. So I didn't even count him before shoot-around today. Nate and Zay been nursing some stuff, normal stuff that everybody else is dealing with across our conference and the country this time of year. But when you put that into totality, and then we end up having our 10-man rotation tonight. So the first thing I want to say is thank you to the trainer, right, and our docs, B. Knight and our strength coach, Austin Davis. Awesome job. I did not know we'd have our normal 10-man rotation until I showed up at shoot-around today. And so got a lot of respect for what those guys did with our guys and our players, wanting to play so badly that they wanted to get out there. I had guys in here late last night getting extra treatment. The trainer coming in doing extra treatment with guys just so we could get them to the court today. So I'm so thankful to have a great support staff in that area with B. Knight and Austin Davis kind of leading the charge. So it's great to have all 10 guys out there. Having said that, I thought offensively, other than the turnovers to start the game, I think we had 3 or 4 in our first 5 possessions. I thought we played really well. Thought we shared the ball, played fast, had a high assist number again, and some guys made big plays to keep them at bay at times. I thought defensively we were awful. I didn't think our effort was good enough there. Thought our focus and detail and discipline was poor there. Thought our hunger on that end to get to loose balls. They beat us to loose balls. They beat us up pretty good on the glass. We weren't as competitive as we needed to be on the defensive end. And in order to be great, Mick Cronin said it at a presser recently, and I loved it. He's 100% right, and we've kind of made our calling card on that around here. And that is that there may be a night where you don't shoot the ball well. And obviously our team's been prolific offensively shooting the ball, but to shoot 60-some% in the first half, 70-some for the bulk of the first half, that's high-level shooting. You're not going to get that all the time. So great programs find a way to win consistently by relying on their defense, their rebounding, and their ability to take care of the ball. I didn't think we were very good in any of those 3 areas tonight. So I've got to do a better job making sure they're ready to go. They're focused, they're physical, they're tough. I thought DJ's team was more competitive on that end of the floor than our guys were.
Questions for Coach? Please use the microphone.
Coach, you scored 105 points, and obviously Western Michigan kept coming at you. You get 10, 12-point lead, they get it to 3 or 4. Just what'd you see out of them and their shot making to stay with you?
I saw a lot of fight in them, and I saw that in the film coming into the game. I tried to tell the guys, and obviously they knocked us out last year in game 18 in Kalamazoo, put 90 on us, killed us on the glass, got us in transition. I thought they did the same thing tonight. Maybe not quite as much in transition. I have to watch the film, but they killed us on the backboard. I thought our blockouts were poor, got us in too much rotation. I thought the best player in the game, and we had some good ones, and they did too, the best player in the game was Western's point guard. Thought he was just terrific. I thought Willis was the best player in the game. It wasn't close. What do you have, 28 and how many assists?
24 assists.
And how many steals? Unbelievable performance by that kid. Thought he was absolutely terrific. Best player on the floor tonight.
You've won your 12th game in a row, longest win streak in the country. Do you feel like other teams, you're their Super Bowl kind of, so to speak, or NBA Finals?
I think that's the case in our league, right? We always get everybody's best shot. You better get used to it, so we don't have any excuses. They made shots tonight at a high level. Maybe they haven't done that as much, but they did today. So we expect everybody's best shot.
Coach, you talk about how good teams find a way to win. 105 points today. You outscored Western Michigan. Can you just expand upon how good teams
that's
find
what
a
we
way to win?
did. We outscored them. We certainly didn't guard them.
Yeah. So is there a different vibe between this Akron Zips team than maybe teams that you've coached in the past? Obviously, you guys have won 12 straight games.
Obviously got a great group of guys, great dudes. I love coaching them, love working with them, but we've got a lot of great guys. And then it helps, too, that some of the guys that returned have been around and seen those great guys. A lot of them. Too many to name. That were the trailblazers that kind of started the deal in 2020. But, we owe those guys. So they've been around guys that care about winning, care about each other, that are great teammates, that are hard workers, that earn degrees, that – there's a ton of them. We get to honor Freeman a week from tonight. He's got 2 degrees, MBA, bachelor's. When we talk about, you see us say all the time, be an Akron guy. That's give everything you got every day to everything you do. Freeman's picture should be right beside that phrase. I mean, it's ridiculous. My hope is that a week from tonight we have a great crowd in here. I think our team's played well enough to hopefully earn the right for people to want to come out and watch. But importantly that night is we need to come out and support Enrique. That's the NBA All-Star break, so people have asked, why'd you pick that game? We didn't really have much of a choice. It happens to be his All-Star break when the Mad Ants and the Pacers allow him to be available. It's when he's coming back, and we need to try to pack the place. And that kid's done a lot for the university, the athletic department, for the basketball program, for other people. It's never about him, and for the city. And so hopefully have a great turnout. That would mean a lot to him and his family. It would certainly mean a lot to our program and a lot to me personally.
So, I know you guys are on that 12-game winning streak, starting to get a little bit of national attention, I would say. How are you keeping the guys poised in the locker room to not pay attention to
Well, obviously didn't do as great a job tonight. We didn't guard anybody. I think the biggest thing is I tried to share with them, because you got to address the elephant in the room. Everybody's hitting them with it. I'm getting text messages. The reality of it, the only reason it exists is because you went 1-0 every day. Tried to win one game at a time. It's the only reason there is a streak, and there wouldn't be a streak. We weren't thinking about game 8 of this streak when we were getting ready to play game 1. That'd be foolish. Just like it'd be foolish to think about anything more than the day off tomorrow and them doing what they're supposed to do, treatment, recovery, and then it's all they can control. The most important thing in our program is the next thing that we're doing, and that's treatment and recovery day tomorrow. So hopefully they do that well, and then we'll get back together and practice and get ready to play Central on the road. I think it appears from their box scores is fully healthy now. Tony does an unbelievable job, just like DJ. They play physical. Play an unbelievable schedule. I teased him last time he was here. I said, when do you guys play the Lakers next? I think it's like 5th or 6th hardest schedule in America. And the big fella's been out and been hurt. He's now back. Pritchard's preseason player of the year by some people's votes and publications. And, Hetty's a tough cover, So we got to make sure that we're ready to go. I don't think our quite frankly, if I'm honest, I don't think our defensive effort tonight, if we play that way on Saturday, I don't see that one going our way. But we have a chance to learn, and hopefully we learn really quick that we got to be better defensively. I think we can be, and be more locked in on that end on Saturday night.
Coach, you finished 14 from 27 from 3. How impactful were those threes in tonight's game?
Say that again. I heard you say threes.
You finished 14 from 27.
Yeah,
from 3.
Obviously we've got a great shooting team, and the guys are so unselfish. They'll turn down good shots for great shots. They do it all the time. and got multiple weapons. Did everybody score, BD? Yeah, everybody scored again. I mean, you could get double figures from any one of those 10 guys on a given night. They're all capable. I think it makes us hard to guard on that end of the floor. But if we want to cap out and be the best version of ourselves, Team 124, we're going to have to play a lot better on the defensive end.
Coach, we saw Cleveland State earlier in the year go 13-0 win streak, and now us, Akron, at a 12-game win streak. What does that mean to you guys as like representing Northeast Ohio as a whole?
I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't mean this certainly to be a prick. I don't. I didn't write down any goal at all to be 12-0. There's some other goals we have, but 12-0 wasn't one of them. I don't think you get anything for that. I really don't. Here's the best thing about it. It brings a spotlight to the University of Akron athletic department and our program. I love that because this is a great place with great people. I love that. That's awesome. That's the best part of it. Okay? So if it adds more spotlight to a great place, that's fantastic. We want to do our part and add as much value. But, again, for us, right now it's about having a good treatment recovery day tomorrow and getting ready to play our next opponent and try to go 1-0 on Saturday. But if the byproduct of it is, more attention on the university, the athletic department, our program, which includes the past guys. We just talked about Freeman, as well as the guys now, and then obviously the impact it could have futuristically in terms of how people view. Then great, that's great. That's awesome. But again, I think for us right now, what I'm looking for is a ridiculous amount of humility and hunger as we head into these next couple of days of practice and get ready to roll on Saturday night.
Coach, you heard the jar erupt as that game kind of came down to the wire. How much has the crowd really played a role in some of these games?
Yeah, now I will say that's another bonus. I'm glad you brought that up because I do think what it's done is created some pride, and the crowds seem to be getting bigger and larger and more students, and the AK Rowdies are rolling again. I mean, so that part has been really good. That's a blessing. Our guys love it when people come out and support them. As I referenced, obviously a week from today, the next home game on Enrique Freeman night. But, it's been very noticeable. Crowd knows, Northeast Ohio people are smart people. They are. They love sports. They know sports. I've always said that about this area. So when a guy's diving on a loose ball or makes a special effort play, like they clap and cheer, they recognize that. They're smart. We need to do a little bit more of that on the defensive end. I think now the offensive end, if I was people, I'd appreciate how unselfish these guys are. Holy cow. They're selfless. They share the ball. They play well together on that end of the floor. But again, our defense has to be better.
Coach, as far as we've talked about last year's team a lot and this year's team, but just from your vantage point, what are the similarities between last year's team, this year's team? You've got Enrique Freeman coming in, who's a pro in a week.
They're different. Obviously, they're different. We made a style change because we thought we'd be different in terms of how we were put together. So we play a different style than that team played. But I will tell you, the one common thing is great dudes. Jeez. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, man. I'm just telling you, these guys are great guys, and all of them. It's interesting. Like I got a text today from Ali about, hey, tell the guys this as they get ready to play tonight. Like these guys care, man. They care about what they've built. They care about this place. They care about the guys that are playing. Just a real blessing. I really am so thankful to have had an opportunity to coach those guys. They've, helped me far more than I could ever help them. Helped our program far more than we could ever help them. Just special guys. So we've had a run here of great guys that are Akron guys that care about each other, guys that care about winning. They earn their degrees. They pursue degrees. They work hard. They treat people with respect, and it's kind of who they are. And so it's not like that everywhere. It's not. So I feel very blessed. I think that's the common ground between these teams over the last 5 to 6 years. In terms of style, obviously this is a totally different style offensively, a little bit defensively, but certainly offensively. a totally different style than what we played with that crew.
So I seen you had a little moment with Sharon Young there in the second half. How much do you think he's getting better and growing?
Sharon's a stud. I mean, he's a stud. I mean, he can really play. He's competitive. He's an even better person than player. I get to see that every day. People on the outside don't as much. Some people that get to know him, I mean, just, he's unbelievable. Great teammate, great leader as a freshman, which is hard to do. I think plays hard, competitive, plays to win, cares about other people. And he's gotten a lot better throughout the year, and I think he even has a higher ceiling than what he's playing at now that he'll get to because he cares so much and he works so hard. But no, we're blessed. I'm blessed to coach him. He's a stud.
Coach, as far as Enrique Freeman, Greg Tribble, Sammy Hunter, Ali, all professionals, who has stepped up the most, or there's a couple guys have stepped up the most in terms of their leadership this year and being more vocal on the court?
Well, I think that's kind of evolved with our team, but we have a leadership council that we try to meet with once a week. So you got Sharon, who's on it. Dylan just asked the question about Sharon, kind of representing the freshmen. You got Gray, who represents the transfers, and then our returning, vets and Marvin and Nate and Evan. But there's times where everybody shows leadership tendencies. They've learned that from the other guys that they played with previously. There's times where everybody has to be a leader, times where everybody has to be a follower. And those guys really respect each other in that locker room. They know how to talk to each other, and they root for each other. They're happy for each other. So, I think the biggest thing is when we started to really turn the corner a little bit in that area is when Nate and Shema and Marvin and TJ and, Evan and some of those returners, Amani, have done a good job, I think, living out what it means to be an Akron guy. Kind of showing the 9 newcomers like, hey, this is kind of what we're about and how we do it. And, the challenge for those guys was to be more vocal with it. They've always been pretty good example guys, and I think they've gotten more and more vocal as we move forward.
Coach, talk about how far this team has come from a chemistry standpoint. I mean, this is the third time this year you guys have scored over 100 points.
Yeah, miles from where we were in non-conference. One of our guys was saying, boy, I wish we could play this game over in non-conference now with the way we're playing now. It's not the way it works. One, I told this player. And two, I don't think, had we not gone through that and played that challenging of a schedule, I don't think we'd be where we're at right now. Now, we didn't play great tonight on the defensive end, but I think we've grown a great deal from that time. It's the second hardest schedule we've played in my time at Akron behind last year's schedule. And it challenged us. It did. We had a long stretch there where we were stuck in airports and had bad weather and 2 or 3 in a row and away games and neutral games against teams that are really good. It challenged us. It did. And I always tell them, you got to run to hard. Run when it's difficult and challenging. Run to the struggle because that's where growth is. And I do think we've grown a lot and still have a lot of growth left. But I do think playing that schedule and going through what we did in non-conference certainly helped.
I know you talk a lot about the guys like Tavari and Nate and stuff, but how big is a guy like Evan that's not really playing, that's stuck with the program, and is just being there for his teammates? What type of person is Evan?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. He's obviously been a part of 2 championship teams. Evan's about the team. He's good vocally, good by example, has earned the respect of everybody in our organization. Staff, support staff, teammates, he knows what we're about and lives it.
Coach, we talked about the Cavaliers a little bit earlier. 105 points. It's like an NBA-type level scoring. Just how much do you guys talk about the Cavaliers as they progress? I mean, they had a 50-point quarter.
Yeah,
they're putting up points just like you guys are.
We'll talk about the Cavs some. They're my favorite team to watch right now play offense. Obviously, I've got a lot of guys players like Mike Conley was in place for the Timberwolves. They played the Cavs last night. But I always root for our guys that we've coached. And I have some relationships with whether it's front office people or coaches or assistant coaches that I cherish. But in terms of like how we play and what we try to apply from a team or teams, the Cavs are probably, I look forward hopefully at some point to getting a chance to meet Coach Atkinson. I think what he's done offensively it's fun to watch. We'll send the guys clips of the Cavs a lot and other teams as well. Because we do. I mean, I'm not just saying we play an NBA style of offense. We do. Play a modern NBA style offense with a lot of freedom. With that comes responsibility, ball movement, pace, speed, sharing the ball. And our guys have bought into it. Now, early on, it didn't look very good. It didn't. Guys didn't know how to play in it. Our spacing wasn't very good. I didn't think our cutting was very good. I thought we were too thirsty when we had the ball, and now we've kind of figured it out a little bit. And when we have a clear mind and a clean heart and we're unselfish and we're really just thinking about, hey, I just want to make the right play, boy, we can be pretty good on that end, as you saw tonight.
Last question.
Coach, you got 40 points off the bench tonight. How productive has the bench been this season?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even consider those guys like off the bench. I mean, I'm lucky. I got like 10 starters. I mean, any of those guys, they can play starters minutes on any given night and impact the game in a multitude of ways. But, yeah, it's huge, obviously, right? I mean, we've had multiple nights where these guys have had 49, 40. You're not just relying on your typical team would rely, for the most part, on their starting five to score. But it's not uncharacteristic for our guys that don't start to get 40 to 50 points on a given night. And what a luxury, right? What a blessing. I think it makes our team more challenging to defend.
Coach, good luck Saturday. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, thanks. Go Zips.